Well, hello. Welcome to the Janis Simpleton Show. Today we're going to be finishing up our two-part series delving into the macabre lives of the homosexuals and reviewing their secret language. Um, if you know, gay slang probably one of the most confusing languages, and it is hard to remember everything. And it seems like every week a new word comes out that they add to their acronyms. And it was LGBTQI, I God, I can't remember all of them, but it's LGBTQ, Y, so sometimes Y. But we're gonna go over some gay slang because, as you know, it's not nice to use inappropriate language when you're hanging out with a group of people, whether they're people of color or colored people or gay people or anything like that. You want to make sure that you're politically correct and that you don't insult anybody because it wouldn't be very good. And, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I had a little accident. That's what happens when your husband slams the door in your face by accident, of course. My husband wouldn't do a thing like that on purpose, after all. I mean, he was the one that saved me when I fell down the stairs. He was right behind me and was able to administer CPR and save my life. So, I love my husband, really. I love him a lot. He's my rock. So anyway, the first word we want to go over today is called Beyonce. It's called, what the hell? Well, let's go to the second word. The second word we're going to use today is called tea. And what that means is if you're out and you want to find out what like the latest gossip is and stuff, you would just say to your friend like, so what's the tea? And then they might tell you what's going on and stuff. Is that right? The tea. I said, what's the tea, girl? So then the next word, remember you should probably write this down because, as we all know, if you refer to any of these ethnic groups like gays or lesbians incorrectly, they usually come after you. So it's better not to make a bad first impression, especially if you've never been out with gay people. If you find yourself in a position where you have to go sit with somebody that's gay or eat with somebody that's gay, you want to make sure you walk on eggshells because they'll come after you. So the next word we're going to go over is called clock. We all know what that is. What? Ding dong, right? This clock is like gay slang definition is what I'm going to read to you, okay? So, to uncover or call out the truth about something or someone, how to use. I could clock her wig line, or I couldn't clock her if I tried. You understand? So that's clock. Then the next word we're going to review is beat. Not like my husband, I wasn't thinking that. Oh my God, don't be silly. And the definition to beat is to add the finishing touches to one's makeup and or to layer excess amounts of product onto one's face. I know I can relate to that one. I know what that's like. Because, when you're behind the cameras and stuff, you have to have a lot of makeup and stuff, and so that sometimes it tends to cake on a little bit. I have to call my assistant Irma. She takes care of everything for me. Hi, Irma. I love Irma. This face is beat, or her face is beat, honey. That's the one for beat. Okay, so that's to add how to use it. Just to add to one's makeup. We went over that. So yeah. That's what he was saying. Her face is beat, or her face is beat, honey. I have a gay friend, so I know that that's true because we went out one time and that's what he said to me. Oh my god. So then the next word we want to review is snatch.
What you talking
That
about?
sounds so provocative. Oh my god. What does that mean? Slang definition. To be gobblesmacked by someone with incredible good looks, fierce personality, or something that they did that was fantastic. Okay. No, that's not right. Wait a second. Go back. Oh my god. I just talked to my sister before I started the show, so needless to say, I'm a little bit rattled. Jackie always rattles me. Sorry.
Shut up, fool!
Irma, can you bring me something to drink, please? Thank you. Snatch. We were back to snatch. To be gobsmacked by someone's incredibly good looks, fierce personality, or something they did that was fantastic. And then the way to use it would say, she just snatched my weave right off. Girl. How fun. So the next word we're going to use is called work. You better work. Work it, girl. Do your thing on the runway. Work. I'm sorry. I lost myself. I lost my place. So I'm sorry. They told me not to do that. They said don't dance, but that's okay. So she better work to exit out of a conversation after not being able to deal with it anymore. So how do you say, girl, bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Or just, I'm over it, bye. I know that one. I say that all the time. That's what my husband tells me too. He always says that. Usually around dinner time and stuff. Because I don't like to cook. So sometimes I come home from the studio, and which is just me walking downstairs. But I don't like to cook, and so sometimes my husband will say that to me. It's not funny. He's like, I'm over it. Arf, arf, arf. Oh my goodness me. The next word, hunty. Honey. No, the next word, honey, is hunty. How do you say that? I've never heard that one. Have you heard that one before? Thank you. Sorry, thank you. Thank you, so Irma. Excuse me. They don't make these boxes like they used to. A combination of two words, honey and cunt. Honey, I see, I understand now. Usually delivered with attitude, can be slightly passive-aggressive. Come on, honey, or hunty, please. She would say, hunty, please. Girl. How funny. And then the next one we're going to say is queen. I know that one because that's my gay friend is a queen. He's a queen, but he thinks he's a princess, but he's really not. Anyway, the gay slang definition of queen. An extremely flamboyant, sassy, and dramatic homosexual man. That's what my friend is. Very, very, very dramatic. I call her dramatic as sugar, though. Sorry. So your idol, someone you look up to or you think kills the game and slaves. How to use. He's such a queen. Girl. And how to slay it, queen, or Lady Gaga is my queen. Okay. I remember that movie a long time ago. Was called Priscilla, the Queen of the Desert. And that was the first time that I ever saw real drag queens and stuff. And it was on the movies. And we were like the only ones in the whole theater that day. It was like a slow day there. I don't know. It was in Orange County. But it was funny. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It was really funny. So then there's one more last word for the day. Is fish. Why does that make me laugh? Fish. We used to play that with cards. Go fish. I could never do that right. I always lost. I'm gonna say honey cunty, slay the queen, and he's looking so fishy right now. That's how you use that fish. That's That's like a drag queen that passes for a real woman or girl. So that would be a fish. She's bringing the fish, and he is serving us some fish. Huh? Like my friend RuPaul. Well, he's not my friend, but he wants to be my friend because he wants me on his show. But RuPaul would say that like I think he would say that like that. Girl, she's bringing the fish, honey. I don't know how he would say it, but I think he would say like, girl, don't you? Anyway, that's the last word for today and the last of our series, because I'm not going to go over these other fucking terms because they're all about lesbian people. And quite frankly, lesbian people make me nervous. And so I don't want to, I have an anxiety attack. And so I'm out of my Xanax right now. So I don't want to have an anxiety attack. So I don't want to talk about the lesbians dictionary today. With some really funny words in it. If you ever want to ask about it, you can like. There's diesel dyke and there's diesel dykes and what's the other one? Oh my god! There's like construction worker dykes. I can't remember what they're called. And then just the regular lesbian, lipstick lesbians and lesbos, and just dykes. And I think that. There's a few more, but we'll just talk about those maybe next time. And then we'll have some on the show, maybe, if I can find someone to come on the show. So until next time, thank you for tuning in to the Janis Simpleton Show. And please join us next time when we come back to our podcast. And we will see you then. Thank you so much. Good to see you all. Have a good night. Bye. 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 Hey, where's Irma? Oh, okay. Just tell her to call me, please. She's so funny.